Borgetto, that's where we came for that party, Kelly.
Oh, really?
Borgetto, yeah.
I thought we were... Isn't it honking?
The volcano's on the other side of the island. If you guys want to go, we can go. The thing is, it's a long drive.
Yeah, babe, this is just...
Yeah. And there's
I'm getting looking through it. We're getting it, but it's through this fence. And
yeah, it's okay. That's beautiful, isn't that? Oh my god.
Yeah, just a back.
Check that sign out now. Just to show that just how dynamic it is. That they're saying this is the way to do it. We're going green. That we want to be independent from Italy. How do you become independent from Italy? How do you stop being taxed and how do you stop being ruined? You know what you do? You get your own energy, you start producing your own products, and that's amazing.
I was like, why are these cars parked today? Parked and took the bus somewhere?
Stradale del Vino, Terra Sicane. That's awesome. Agriculture.
Can you sit back, Giuseppe?
No, not yet. I'm reading. Ora arancio sono This thing's still charging. Lago Arancio. Look at that.
Or there's a lake in front of us.
Look at that. That's where all that juice comes from. They bottle it one by one. Put it on a plane, and we open it and spend tons of money for it. Well, here it grows free. Look at all the grapes, guys. Is that the wind farm I took from before? Is this another?
I've seen a few.
And where was that big lake that we're not doing? Whatever, big lake. Pond. Which means that there's more flavor. Forgive me, I'm hitting the brakes hard. Prima Shaka.
Ask the watermelon guys.
Oh, are they here?
Are they here?
I didn't know there was anybody here. This is cool. Some people go, yeah, I've been to Napa Valley. You could be like, yeah? Good for you. You know where we need to go next? Tuscany. Have you been?
No, that's why the next time I come to Italy, I'm going to Tuscany, Florence.
You can go to Florence. I just want to go to Tuscany, eat food if you want. Florence is nice, but it's kind of that tourist trap thing. right there.
I think they told you to go to the wrong way, sweetie.
I think they lied to you.
You know what we're doing right now? We're really enjoying the territory. We're looking at the production area. We're not just going into a building and drinking water. So if I just kind of relax. This is it. This is what they told me. 4 kilometers, take a right. This is Lago Rancho. Let me just do this. And what else am I saying? That's not it. That can't be it.
Okay.
Is there anybody over there though? There is. That's
Okay.
They think they're like the hot dog stick things you have at your aunt's house, your mom, my stepmom's house, without the hot dog on top. That's it, whatever you call it. They got their own olive oil. Yes, I am picking my nose a little bit because it's poking the crap out of me, sorry. Don't shake my hand until I wash it. What worries me is this. Is it just not that much tourism that comes out here? Or is it because everything's closed? Right?
Is that what you meant?
That too.
And it takes forever to get out. You know what I mean? You gotta be out summer. You gotta have
That's true. It's not like
in town somewhere.
No, if they turn me away, I'm gonna be sad.
They won't.
Or I'll break in or something. I don't know.
Well, you get there before 1 and siesta.
I don't know. This is still wrong.
Yeah.
I had to pick the hardest one up. It's also considered the best one.
You know what? If we go all the way to the other side of the water, and we were really almost there. And then by then, it was really
Yeah, we went another 100 yards. The sign would have popped up. Polenta, turn here.
I think that's it.
Yeah. It's starting to look like something that would
Maybe.
resemble
I don't know. It's all the bales of hay there. I don't know what it would
I know, we twist, we turn, we're coming down, I think, oh, that must be it down there. All of a sudden, we're going to turn here, and we start going that way. It's like, must be that one over there. And then let's turn, we're heading back.
Are you okay?
Now, do you want this whole thing,
This
or would
is
you
like-
rather have video of the winery itself?
Well, I think I have enough. I think this is just beautiful.
Oh, I do.
Even for people to see what it's like just to get to the winery.
I'm hating though is the way that I'm filming is I'm getting all the dashboard and the.
That's okay.
and
You know
the-
what? Makes it real. Not polished. How
Mike, I'm sorry I've been like pulling on your seat. Just try not to fall over.
Now we're gonna have to keep the volume down because I don't want people to hear.
We'll put some nice music playing in the background. All those CDs that all those CDs that Ange gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just have if any music at all. I mean, we're in the restaurant, so it's not like people are gonna want to hear the volume.
Then I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm serious. I'm going 20 miles per hour here.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on, another bump. Yes, I almost went off the road there. I'm gonna lie to you. For a split second, I was like, fuck. Boschi. Wow. So they get a little. They find a forest and they lock it up because there's not that many forests.
Planeta! Oh, that I would
Barney.
never see. Vado così. Vado così, motorcycle.
Whatever that wire is.
So here we are at Planeta, one of the top producers of Sicilian wine. Wind power. Si può? Si può?
Sì, certo.
Grazie.
So just 1 minute, okay? So just
Specifically, like, parents have 5 pizzerias with spaghetti and meatballs, and they do really well. And they went, as the years passed, we kind of, our menus developed and got better and better, but I didn't want to do anything Italian. I wanted to be really, really specific to my heritage and keep it Sicilian.
Here with someone here at a winery. You're gonna be on their Facebook page later this afternoon.
Buon pranzo, qui la pasta alla genovese con i zucchini e pomodoro picciupacco, come li chiamano le parmetane. Ok. Is it very difficult to get complexity, to get a lot of flavors?
well, it takes time. Each wine is the result of a medium to long-term project. So let's say when we started the project for making the Alastro, which is 100% Grecanico today, is 100% Grecanico grape. We started in '95 as a blend of Grecanico grape with other varieties.
To get complexity into.
For many years it was a blend of Grecanico and Chardonnay, and then finally 2 years ago it has become 100% Grecanico. This has been possible because of good harvest. So we've had years that with good conditions, but also because the vineyard has reached a certain age.
Maturity.
So the roots
Nice.
going down are taking more from the depth of the soil. Other 100 single variety wines, Santa Cecilia.
Santa Cecilia è Nero d'Avola.
Nero d'Avola from
100%?
yes,
Di
from
dove?
the
From
Di
where?
Noto.
Noto.
Dov'è il Noto? Di lontano.
Southeast
Che avete
far.
trovato un pezzo di terreno che fa il vino.
Sì.
È solo quello. È 100%. È una montagna dove le racine qui sono differenti da quelle laggiù.
It's quite close to the sea, about 7 kilometers from the sea, but the soil is
Very
completely
wide.
different. It's much more rich, calcareous soil,
Limestone.
Sì, limestone, come in Francia, che produce
really deep
il
soil.
Rhône.
Really deep soil, and we are very south. So, as a climate latitude, we are in the area that is more similar to North Africa.
Okay.
So, let's say that Pachino, the southeast corner, is at the same altitude as Tunis, the northeast in Africa, with strong excursion between day and night, so very hot days during
And
the
cold
summer
night.
and fresh nights, and this allows the vineyard to rest well at night, so the plant does not go under stress.
Ed è vicino al mare, it's close to the...
A couple of kilometers.
So that you get, c'è l'effetto del mare.
Sì,
un
sì,
po',
sì,
si
sì.
sente.
Tutte le zone dove all the areas where we have planted have good ventilation, and that is okay for the vineyards. The vineyard, like the olive tree, is not afraid of wind. It's actually good because it keeps all the
Bugs.
away, and it also keeps the air moving, so the humidity does not clog.
The olive oil is fantastic. Non era che l'aceto, c'è aceto in olive oil, right? Because acidity.
Acidity is
Acidità.
just
L'acidità nell'olio c'è normalmente.
Yes, it's
Qui
really low.
è molto bassa.
yes.
Non mi sembra fruttata, però c'è solo i noccioli.
Molto
È
morbidi.
buonissimo.
Abbiamo lavorato tantissimo sull'olio. The olive oil is another traditional product of the Sicilian terroir. All the rooted tradition that all the families who had land and had the
My grandparents.
of having a couple of olive trees would make their own olive oil. So let's say that in the past the production of wine and olive oil was for private consumption or for making presents. So it was everyone had their own
menus. My grandfather would make wine. E lo portate fino a 16 gradi, ci piaceva bella forte, era whisky.
And so in '98 we planted the trees for the olive oil production in Caparina near Menfi.
How long until you get production, until you can really get fruit?
A couple of weeks.
That's
Oh,
it? That fast?
Yes,
Like, right away?
Really?
Yeah, of
When
course,
the
less
trees
and less
are-
than the maximum of the production. It's not like the wine that in 3 years
you have
get to the
Ci
top.
vuole 3 anni per... It takes 3 years to plant grapes and then you fruit that you can make wine with? Or does it take more?
If you are lucky, 1 year and a half, you already
Really?
get fruit, but just the 30% of the production. Afterwards, after 3 years, you get over the top
Yeah.
quantity.
And then in 10 years you have a nice old deep
Of
roots.
course, all
You
the
get a nice
vines
fruit.
make good wine.
Sì, sì, sì.
So when you took over, when you first took over in '85, did you use the vines that were here? You planted all new vines.
Or did you buy from farmers?
Here were all the new vines between international variety and Sicilian grapes.
So importavi il sugo e lo mescolavi con quello che aveva qua?
No. We have been waiting a lot before making an harvest in our winery. We have been waiting 10 years before.
So lavoro senza sapere se poteva
before
essere e finalmente è successo. Wow.
Allora io dobbiamo per forza sdoppiarci perché sono in testa di altri gruppi, quindi ci devo organizzare. Io vado a preparare i posti per il mezzo, poi...
What time do you close? Because I know we came late.
No,
my only concern is that no, I don't have any concern. So as soon as you are ready, coffee and visita in cantina. In the meanwhile, I need to go and get ready for later on. Okay? So I'll see you later. Ci vediamo più tardi.
I know in bottles that are about 2,400,000 bottles. Yeah. So dividing for 12.
È distribuzione in ogni stato in America.
We are
distribution in every state.
Yes. We have just one importer that is Palme Imports.
Li conosco. Li conosco da New York e anche a Miami. I don't want to take too much of your time. You've been so kind.
As you want. We are here. It's a pleasure. So, if you want to visit the winery, I can describe you more.
Yeah, I would love to.
Afterwards, if you want to taste other 2-3 wines, I introduce other wines. It's up to you.
I've tasted so many wines in my life. There's a lot of bad wine out there. I've tasted a few of yours, and if I can, maybe it would be interesting for me to taste some of the wines that don't come to America, just to see the fun that you're having.
Yeah.
Your creativity, your new things, you are experimental.
Yeah.
If I can try that stuff, I would be so honored.
Why not? I can
Thank you.
yes, so probably, I don't know if you know all the wines, but
Nel ristorante mio c'ho il Serà, Merlot, Santa Cecilia, te l'ho detto già.
Santa Cecilia.
Santa Cecilia
With
e...
desert, you know?
La Sagrada non la posso trovare, non lo portano, il mio cibo. Non la posso trovare la Sagrada.
Strange, really strange because Segreta for us represents half of the production between red and white. So it's the young one of the
Non l'ho potuto trovare.
production.
Cometa, Chardonnay, Serà, Merlot.
No. Questo è il bagno costruito built in the 15th century. Yeah. This is an artificial lake built in 1950. So was a way of passage.
Qui se voglio per acqua non c'è.
Aqua, yes, today we have also from the lake, but we have close to the Segreta forest, we have a spring and a small lake where we reach all the water on winter time.
Oh, questo è messo dal governo il...
No, rich person, rich people.
E voi qui il suo energia arriva
No, they are quite new.
So, però
Yeah.
testing and...
No, I think that it's already online, the energy they produce, probably, I don't like it.
Don't like it so much?
Yes, especially in the other side you see all the mountains cut by this road to arrive on the place.
Yeah.
I hope in the time it will be again. So these are olive trees with 350 years. You can see also in the north.
350 years old?
Yeah. Exactly.
Ma mi sembrano piccoli in un buon forma, quelli carini sono tutte...
Yeah, depends on the way of pruning and the same way because we don't irrigate the plant.
You don't?
Yes, we don't. So, no.
Okay. So now when do
just the vineyards.
when do you harvest the olives? When is that?
We end with the Grecanic over here. That is between the 10th of October, and we start with the olive trees, and until December, October, November, December.
Do you pick them the old way with the stick?
Yes,
Or
but
do you-
the stick is really modern. It's battery comb, carbon, and so really
Ma sempre il modo
comfortable.
vecchio.
Yes, on the way to put down.
You put a sheet
yeah.
down and you
Yeah.
knock them down.
Crust, yes. But it's more like a comb, not like the almonds that you usually get stock in. So we pick them green before the invayatura, and so we get the best from the empty grass, more lighter than more
Now, do you have your own crush?
You
have your own milk?
Wow. It's in the heart of the olive trees that we have close to here in Caparina,
Yeah.
a place really close to the sea, with 95 hectares of olive trees, same variety of here, so Nocellara, Biancolilla and Ceratola. Yes. So in here, this is the Merlot. At the changing of the green, you have.
I already did.
Posso?
You can eat too. Yeah, why not?
E così c'è un concentrato, sempre.
At the changing of the color, you can see the Nero d'Avola. After they, you see,
Non l'ho assaggiato mai fresco.
Nero d'Avola is over there. And on the top you have Grecanico, Chardonnay, and Fiano, and again Grecanico.
When you do some of your blends, do you pick some grapes early, and then other ones you pick them in the some in the spring and others in the summer?
No, we control, we check the sugar and the ready of the vineyards, picking some samples, and so afterwards, when it's ready, it's ready. Yeah, we don't have different to pass 2 times inside the vineyard.
Parlavo di Ornellaia, la
Sì.
strada nuova, che hanno they use 3 grapes,
Sì.
and the 2 grapes they pick early in the season,
Yeah.
and they make the wine, and then the other grape, the 3rd grape, they wait till the end of the season.
Yeah,
And
and,
then they
another
blend that.
thing we do the same in the sense that we want to pick separately all the parcel, even of the same variety. So until the blending before bottling, we keep separately inside the cellar
Yeah.
the wine.
And then you blend.
So and then we blend. So we know more and more about the history of the vineyards, parcel to parcel. And we have a really rich database of our vineyards that is really important to.
Sapete quello che ogni anno
Yes,
già
we know what we have done in the past, and we know what we are going to do. So it's really important also to maintain and think the vineyard for each wine.
Santa Sicilia. Do you pick it all at the same time, or do you pick some early?
Of course,
And then some later, just because
the
it's
farm
different
in
flavors?
Noto is a little bit different from here because it's close to a place, so it's really near. So we have a really shorter harvest between here and there. But in the same time, we have a little bit of difference by few meters of
Elevation.
elevation. Yes.
Such a difference is
Yeah, and also because in the place we have also old wines with 40 years old that we have been transforming in a spalliera, so this way of system, but old wines. So we have new wines that new means from 98 to 40 years ago. Yeah.
A lot of times I drink a single vineyard wine, and it has one taste, one flavor, one note, because they didn't blend it, or the territory wasn't very nice, you know. Che è un bricco, diciamo un bricco, e non era un granché. E invece
In us,
è
think
difficile fare un single beer.
about Planeta today have 370 hectares of vineyards, and we start from here with 50 hectares. So we had the chance to understand the different kind of soil and terroir, and sometimes also we realized that the soil was not so good for the
grape.
The grape.
The grape.
And
So you
we changed place. We are having really good results. It's like the Cabernet Sauvignon over here. Before these olive trees, we have the now today the Canico, but in 1985 we have been planting Cabernet Sauvignon, and of course the Cabernet Sauvignon we plant in 96. Close to Dispensa is the best by the soil. Yes, we like more.
What type of soil did you find?
It's much more full, rich of clay.
Clay.
Yeah. And so here we have from the crafting with the drilling machine. So you don't have a big.
Sounds better than the one that I had at the restaurant.
Oh.
Sounds much better.
Big place because we want to do small track. Always our idea is to have the wineries in the heart of the fields. So we have 5 wineries work in progress for the winery.
5 of these?
5 of these, yes.
So instead of getting all your wines and bringing it here,
Yes, 5
and it changing in the trunk,
Yes.
you have 5 different locations to
Yeah,
get the wine process right away.
Exactly.
Wow.
We have 1 here, 2 in Memphis, one in Vittoria, 1 in Noto, and work in progress for Etna.
So qui veramente il profitto non c'è stato, ogni dollaro che hai fatto l'hai reinvestito
Yes,
in compagnia.
exactly.
Vabbè,
Especially.
finché quando arriva a 80 anni tu sarai messo bello, i tuoi figli saranno contenti, spero.
We are
Auguri, così si fa. This is amazing.
So this represents the oldest cellar.
E l'ha fatto il nonno, il papà?
No. It's already my generation with the mind of my uncle Diego. No, because he was looking after for all the property. For me, he was the one of the generation of my mom who was taking care of the company. Afterwards, he introduced us in the wine business, and so he started to get this good idea to introduce this international variety in 95. But
Come
in the
Gaia,
same
tutti
time,
pensavano Gaia era pazzo perché ha preso tutte le cannaiolo fuori, metteva Cabernet Merlot e tutti hanno detto che devi rovinare il suo, ruin his father's business. E invece oggi lui ha riavvizzato, diciamo, il vino in Italia, più o meno. Questo, noi in America sentiamo questo, se è vero non lo so.
no, I think that he is really a chief, yes.
E ha aiutato tantissimo a risvegliare, a
Yeah, I
rigenerare.
think so, yeah.
Questions come to me like crazy. These DOC and DOCG, do you care or no?
We are working with DSC just to make more, to be more Sicilian. Sometimes without the DSC it's difficult to explain that our wines are Sicilian. So it's a way to
But you
represent.
have Gaia with the Barbaresco, he's IGT now. He doesn't care.
We since until today we have just one DOCG that is the only one in Sicily, that is the Cerasuolo di Vittoria, and the Santa Cecilia that is will be DOC from Harvest 2008.
Auguri.
And
Per persone che non sanno vino cercano questo.
but we don't care. It's not only the way to be good with wine
No.
success. So our Chardonnay,
Sicily per quanto riguarda
our Chardonnay that has been our top wine, most known and so on, is IGT. We don't care. So it's something more that could help to explain also because many laws are crazy about writing.
Bruno di Montalcino, 5 anni in legno, è tesa astringente,
Yeah.
perde frutta, non è buono. Chianti, ci devi mettere il 5% a Trebbiano e Mavasia, bianco vino con
of
cos'è?
course.
90% sangiovese, 5% cannaiolo e dopo Trebbiano e Mavasia, sì o no?
Lei secondo
Il
me
vecchio.
ne sa di più. Comunque I think that if you are agree, sometimes it could be comfortable. You must not do the wine to follow the DSC.
Forget that,
If
right?
you are on the way of the production of DSC, it could be something useful for the market, not for everyone, but for someone who needs more information than others because he is not on the business. So they need to read the label, need to read.
If they need to read the label, they
information.
shouldn't be making wine. Questo è cos'è?
Cooling system by this, now we are not washing, but after the steam machine we arrive to here and we chill the temperature to 6-7 centigrade. So, really cold.
Una cucina.
It's the way to do the best maceration inside the pneumatic press. To keep all the flavor